we move towards a direction that's built towards us having our own. If it's not our own, then man, we shouldn't even be working towards it at all. You know what I'm saying? If it's not our own, then it doesn't equate to freedom, because freedom means that we have the ability to do whatever we want to do. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I made this topic today on, you know what I'm saying, homelessness in America is intentional. And I put up an ad that was in the newspaper about Kanye West and how Kanye West was building these dome-style homes over in Calabasas, and how a whole bunch of people, mostly white people, started to, you know what I'm saying, antagonize the man and belittle the man and run a whole campaign against this man to make his thoughts seem like they weren't clear. But the man's thoughts is super crystal clear. The only difference is that a lot of the people in the public are so manipulated by the media that they couldn't see the vision that this man had for black people, and the vision that the man had for people that's been basically kicked to the curb by the elite in this society. You know what I'm saying? Emphasis on the elite. See, a lot of people believe that once you become famous and once you get a lot of money, that then you all of a sudden you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. But that freedom is only free in your mind, because a lot of the things that you want to manifest and build to this planet, you can't really do it unless you go through a whole system that's been set up to keep the status quo. And if you can't break yourself out of that status quo, then the free thoughts that you have to manifest into existence, they'll be abolished. And Kanye West is a proven example of that. Here they had this man who used Zulu style homes, beautiful homes, that he created and manifested and built upon this earth. And they told the man that he had to have a permit and all kinds of things. And the reason why they did that is because, like I said, homelessness in America is completely intentional, especially out here in Los Angeles. You go to Los Angeles and you look around at a lot of the homeless in camps and how much money they have put, you know what I'm saying, Mayor Garcetti has put into so-called prevented homelessness, and it doesn't work. And why doesn't it work? Because when you take a natural human being out of his environment and then you put him in an environment that is controlled by other human beings, or whether he can eat, live, build, and provide shelter for himself, you get what you get. You get homeless people out here who just now starting to build their own stuff up. Homeless people out here who just saying that, hey, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to just do what I want to do because the government's not providing me with any answers. You know what I'm saying? So, I truly believe that, you know what I'm saying, the steps that Kanye was taking, not only was it, I would say futuristic, but it was ancient at the same time. You know what I'm saying? When I say futuristic and ancient at the same time, I mean, you have to think from a common sense perspective. African people have been building homes on this planet for eons, and all of our homes, if you go back and you check African architectural designs, majority of them, I would say probably around like 90% of them were all circular built hut style homes. Now, why is that important? Well, for one, we know for a fact that circular motion is aerodynamic, and being that circular motion is aerodynamic, if you live in an environment that's conducive to wind and nature, then you want to build you a home that's conducive to wind and nature. So when you see people like, for instance, in what they call Hurricane Alley, over there where the tornadoes and stuff be hitting at, a lot of those houses and stuff get destroyed all the time because you're building a flat, square style home. You're building a home that's square, but you got tornadoes come that moves in circular motions. So when a circle meets a square, whichever greatest force is stronger, the weaker force is always going to be destroyed. So that's why you have, them homes that be over there in the Tornado Alley, they always get destroyed because when a round surface meets a flat surface and the round surface has more energy, then the square surface gets destroyed. So you're building block homes in Tornado Alley. When you got a circular tornado coming, it's not going to be conducive. It's not going to survive. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's common sense. But obviously, when you look at the so-called building codes of these people who feel like they have, the supreme knowledge, the supreme wisdom, the supreme understanding on what nature design of homes should be, then you start to see that maybe these people ain't as smart as they claim to be, because even a so-called poor African person in Africa knows that it's smarter to build a circular home than it is to build a square home. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to start, rethinking this thing that the white man's superiority of technology and thinking is a trait that he's possessed, because his ways and actions aren't showing that. You know what I'm saying? His ways and actions aren't showing that he understands architectural design, because if he did, then he would have hurried up and gave Kanye West a permit to build those dome style homes that he was building, so that he could, start providing housing for homeless people. You know what I'm saying? So, Black people, man, we've always had the number one, designs on this planet. You know what I'm saying? It's just as ancient as we are. You know what I'm saying? God gave us the God-given talent to, build naturally. You know what I'm saying? So when I see my people out here in Los Angeles, sleeping in tents on the side of the road and then up under the underpath and stuff like that, that shit bothers me. You know what I'm saying? And it bothers me to the point where it's like, we know that you're doing this intentionally. We know that you're, intentionally, making our people homeless. And we know that you're doing this, to oppress us. So being that we know that you're doing this, it's time for us as a people to start pointing out the obvious. And, to me, that's one of the obvious things that we can point out is that, hey, if you want to really cure this, homelessness that we're having over here in America, why don't we start using more, constructive ways of building, and more, what I would call obvious ways of building, and more smarter ways of doing things, as opposed to the way that you've been, doing things so far. You know what I mean? Because obviously what you've been doing in the system that you created, hasn't checked all the boxes that fits, humanity. You know what I'm saying? So, I just really feel bad that Kanye got a lot of flack for that, for building those homes, for going back into the ancient skills of geometry, and building a style of housing for our people that I feel is very, very constructive for them, and is very, very, beneficial for us as a people, if we, focused on the technology of the ancients, of our ancient, ancestors who already had, the master plan already, as opposed to, this new style of thinking that we've adopted the last 400 and some odd years, of thinking that square is the way as opposed to circle. You know what I'm saying? So, with our Kwabula Way land project, one of the main things that I really want to do is I want to pick up from there and start building these circular style homes, and investing in that technology, as opposed to, using these new modern concepts of building and you know what I'm saying, them not really um, you know, being any benefit to people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, anybody that wants to, you know what I'm saying, build with me on my Kwame Way land project, you know what I'm saying, wants to see the things that we're doing, you know what I'm saying, with that, hit me up, you know what I'm saying, go to my Gmail, Django7941, you know what I'm saying, make Caparata great, you know what I'm saying, let's just keep building, man. So I just wanted to top of stuff, you know what I'm saying, focus on that topic for a second, you know what I'm saying, how homelessness is intentional here in America. And the reason why it is intentional is because, you won't let the natives build the way that they used to build. And you make everybody get permits now, you know what I'm saying, in order to, you know what I'm saying, develop housing, you know what I'm saying, in their communities and develop housing in their, you know what I'm saying, cities and states. You know what I'm saying? We have to figure out a way where we can go back to this modern way of living that's going to be more beneficial for us as a people, as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, keep adapting these same concepts. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody, you know what I'm saying, want to add on to that topic, I'm going to bring it up again. Probably tomorrow we're going to, you know what I'm saying, do part 2 of this. You know what I'm saying? So look forward to that. I'm going to have more information, more concepts, more designs. We'll talk about the Kwabu Luwayu Land Project. You know what I'm saying? You listening and tuning in, and men Caparata great. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that's come on here, that's checking out my page. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Now hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Black Power.